Good evening, happy Easter, and welcome to Vineyards Vision here on CentralCoastLive.com. I am your host, Erick Cadena, General Manager and Sommelier at Via Creek Restaurant. We're here with our friends Pear Valley Vineyards and Paso Robles Culinary Arts Academy. To my right, we have Kathleen Maas, and to her right is Jared Lee, and to my immediate left here is Phillip Riccomini. So we're here to enjoy some classic pairings in food and wine, and we're going to talk a little bit about the history of Pear Valley first and see what kind of exciting things they have going on out there. So, Kathleen?
History of Pear Valley, we started, it was a vision, it was my husband's vision, and he's not here today, but when he was released from Vietnam, when he finished his tour of duty in Vietnam, he got to pick his spot where he was stationed for duty, and he chose Germany, and he was stationed on a little tiny base on a hilltop in Germany surrounded by vineyards and wineries, and he, in his little 19-year-old brain, said, "This is what I want someday." And he carried that with him through his life, and when the last kid left home, he turned to me and said, "I would like a vineyard."
Wow.
And it stunned me, and I laughed, and I thought he was being funny, and come to find out he meant it. And so it started from that genesis. We bought 20 acres, and that's the Pear Valley Vineyards. They're out on San Miguel on the west side against Camp Roberts. And then we added, another 13, and then another 82 for our now total 115 acres.
Wow. And how many years have you been making wine?
We've been making wine since our first vintage was 2001. So what is that? That's 12 years? Yeah.
There's quite a few varieties. It's not just, Syrah, Pinot, or it's not just Chardonnay, Pinot.
Right, yeah, we definitely branch out, and, we cover a lot of bases, and I think we're able to do that well because of the different soil types and the different climates and slight, elevation changes. So we cover kind of what Paso's known for. We get into the Rhones, and then as well as doing along the Bordeaux, our flagship wine is a Bordeaux blend. And then at the same time, we do we have kind of an Italian theme. It's a very Italian-esque kind of building with the stone facade and everything. So we do some Charbonneau, Aglianico. We even have Albarino coming online now. So nice. We get out there.
Cool. Yeah, so we brought Chef Phillip from the Paso Robles Art Academy, and he's got a nice little plate in front of us made. Could you just tell us quickly about the Paso Robles Art Academy and the concept out there? And
we started about 14 years ago, and its popularity sprung just outrageous. I think I had 8 students the first semester and went up to 30 the next. Then the next one was 50. I think almost every chef at least in Paso Robles, one of my students have passed through their hands at one time or passed through their kitchen. Some in San Luis as well.
Let's talk a little bit about the food that we have in front of us before we jump into the first glass of wine.
So we've got everything from salty to acidic to sweet and salty.
Yeah,
I have some spicy lamb, a little lamb patty here. I've got some tapenade, which is on the salty, garlicky side with a little olive oil. We have a white bean spread, which is going to be a little more on the buttery side. We have some bruschetta here, which is your tomatoes and your fresh basil, and the bread is rubbed with raw garlic.
So, Jared, what do we have? The first one is...
the first one here is called our Daily White. It's primarily Muscat Canelli.
Okay.
It has a very small amount of Sauvignon Blanc in it, but it's fermented dry. It's just a very aromatic grape, a lot of honeysuckle, some white flower, but the kicker here is the acid. So this was kind of the go-to when it came to the asparagus, and something I think that'll probably accentuate it.
And so this has, you said it's mainly Muscat Canelli, and it has a little bit of Sauv Blanc blended into it.
Sauvignon Blanc, yes.
Yeah, I mean it seems very consumer friendly. I like to refer to this wine as a porch pounder.
Porch pounder, yeah.
Hang out
That's nice.
on a
It's
hot day.
Very refreshing.
Nice and cold, and just hang out.
Yeah.